welcome back to more reviews, and I'm Andrew Moore. Today we're talking about Manchester by the Sea. Manchester by the Sea is the latest film from director Kenneth Lonergan and stars Casey Affleck, Kyle Chandler, Michelle Williams, and Lucas Hedges. So the basic kind of plot of this movie is that Lee Chandler, played by Casey Affleck, has to return home after he finds out that his brother has passed away and his nephew needs a new guardian. And when it comes to plot, that's all I'm really going to say, because once you watch the movie, you see that there's just so many more things that are actually going on than, the original reason that he comes home, and you start slowly finding these things out. And it all adds up to one of the funniest, most heartbreaking, and just best films of the year. I'm honestly going to start out with the first thing that everyone is going to be talking about with this movie, and that is just how good Casey Affleck is. I mean, there's no contest for Best Actor right now. There's a couple more movies to be seen. I know people are talking about Denzel and Fences, but Casey Affleck is so good in this movie, just so subtle and quiet, and just his facial features and the way he displays all these huge feelings just in the smallest, most simple ways. It's truly wonderful to see. It is the best performance of his career, and I will honestly be surprised if he does not win the statue. Honestly, all the performances in this movie are top-notch. Kyle Chandler does great with his limited amount of time. Lucas Hedges, haven't seen him in anything before. He is so good in this. I mean, he could very easily, in my opinion, go up for Best Supporting Actor. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if it did, it's definitely well-deserved. Then you have Michelle Williams, who was very great in this movie, but also a very limited amount of screen time, which she is getting buzz for Best Supporting Actress, but I wonder if her small amount of screen time will affect that. So this is a movie about a guy who comes home, to watch after his nephew because his brother passes away, and, that's what you see in the trailer. And when I first saw the trailer, I just thought this looked kind of average, but as you watch this movie, I can't talk about any of it. If I were to tell you anything that happens in this movie, it would ruin everything. It's still an awesome movie. You would still love it, but it would definitely ruin your experience. These things need to unfold naturally, and you find out that there is much more going on. Kenneth Lonergan did a phenomenal job directing this movie. I'm just truly amazed, honestly, at how funny it is. It's one of the funniest films of the year, which is truly surprising considering a lot of the content here. And it's just so refreshing to see a movie that can, inhabit all these different emotions and come together to make just a full film experience where you can laugh and cry, and there's just everything is there. Another great thing about this film is I love movies where everyone, I just talked about the acting, but where everyone is really good, the smallest parts, and everyone just feels so natural and so real. And then you have characters like C.J. Wilson, who plays George, who's just so great because he just plays kind of a regular guy in town. He worked with Kyle Chandler's character and before he died, and he just acts like a normal person would. It's great to see characters like that, they're just good people. You can see how he just cares, the way they interact when they're all in the hospital together, when Casey Affleck first gets there. It's just phenomenal direction and phenomenal acting. So I feel like there's not much more I can say without going into the details of, what happens throughout this movie, other than to say that just pretty much every situation is handled flawlessly in this film. It's by far one of the best movies of the year. And everything throughout is just handled so well. And it was such a surprise, too, to see it not fall victim to kind of what I thought it was going to be, which is a little bit of like a coming-of-age tale, and then these two characters just bonding through unlikely circumstances, which, they kind of do, but it's about way more than that. It's about themes that, again, I really don't even want to say because I'm afraid they will give up certain things that happen in the film. Sorry for this review not having as much information in it, but I can just confidently say that you need to go see this as soon as you get a chance. To me, it's a front runner for Best of the Year. I really hope it gets nominated for Best Picture, and I think it will. And I will be blown away if Casey Affleck does not win Best Actor. Manchester by the Sea is an almost perfect film, and I am giving it 5 stars. If you have seen the movie, you obviously know what I'm talking about that happens in the film, and if you haven't, go check it out, please. It's so good, and yeah, if you liked it, also comment down below and subscribe for more reviews.